Alright, so now I got to the mount. I'm on the back. Choke's easy. Max is doing some ninja stuff, right? I couldn't get away from it. We end up in a fight. Choke. Easy. Minimum level of force. Max sleeps. I walk away. All the way up. I got the whole chain. Whatever I want to do over there. But I also have absolute control at the lowest point. And that's a wonderful thing. But now I'm in the front of Max. And I don't have that anymore. So now I got to decide how I'm going to deal with this situation. Max is going to try to escape, but depending on what level of this fight we're in, strikes may be involved. Empty hands. They're loud. Everybody goes, ooh. So if I need to impress people, this impresses people. Makes Max's face turn red, and it stings. But then his face goes back to normal the next day. My fists start to swell things and crush things. The nose gets turned sideways, the eyes swell shut, the lips cut against the teeth. My knuckles cut against the teeth. When I miss and hit the ground, my knuckles get broken on the ground, hell, sometimes on the top of his head. So there's damage getting done on both sides. My elbows start to reconfigure the face. The cheekbones cave in, the teeth disintegrate, the nose collapses completely, and I start to restructure so much that he needs surgery now just to get his face back in order again. These are the responsibilities that I'm facing. Police show up later, say what happened, say, well, me and Ninja Guy got in a fight over a Slurpee, and I crushed his face in. I'm going to have a hard time explaining that. All right, like I said, I got a hold of him, and I controlled him and contained him from the back, and maybe slept him a little bit, whatever. I smacked him around a little bit because he wouldn't listen, maybe. I start doing these other things. I got to be careful. Situation is going to dictate what you're going to do, but it's not automatically I start beating this guy to death because we were fighting over the last Slurpee in the parking lot. So be careful. What you're capable of and what you're legally allowed to do are two separate things. Be careful. Be careful. The moral, ethical side of this story. Max has been ninja training for the last 15 years. Been reading all these books. Everything's all cool. Ninja, ninja, ninja. So he decides to attack me in the parking lot over this Slurpee. And I smack him around a little bit, and I control him and contain him and talk to him and tell him to calm down. He'll be mad. He'll be upset. And then he'll get over it. And he might seek me out later and ask me to train with him and tell him what I did. But if I take advantage of him and crush his face in, I have an enemy for life. He will never forget the day that I took advantage of my position and beat him half to death. And even his children will haunt me from there. So be careful. Like I said, that's where all that moral, ethical stuff comes into play. I don't have to abuse myself in this position. So be careful. Be careful. I get to the mount. First thing I want to do is stay. Max wants to escape. He starts to push. As he's pushing up on my chest, my hands are going to go in between his hands, back down to the floor. That's the first thing. He starts pushing. Immediately he starts pushing. And as soon as he starts pushing, my first thought is, I'm going to armbar this guy. And man, I better be good at arm bars, because if I slide off of him and miss, now he's on top and he's a ninja. So keep Ninja on the bottom over here until you're sure. And then the other part is, I don't know if breaking his arm is what's going to resolve this problem. Maybe staying here is better to resolve this problem. So as he's pushing, stay heavy. He's got to push. I'm heavy. Lift me up. He's got to push. Come on, push me up. He doesn't bench press very often. You got to push me up. Yes. Then I'm going to go inside, back down to the floor. He starts pushing my knees, trying to escape over there. My hand is just going to scoop. Just going to pull those off. He doesn't know what he's doing now. He's starting to freak out, trying to get out of here. I'm trying to calm him down. I'm trying to talk to him. My chest is forward, my head is up so that he can't stick his thumb in my eye. Be careful. I go down here, hey, what do you, damn it, he stuck his thumb in my eye. So be careful, don't give him the chance. Chin's up, it's hard for him to reach. He starts reaching up, then I'm going to just move up a little bit and move those things out of the way and talk to him. Now I can look at him and talk to him a little bit. Hands inside, scoop. He starts pushing on my hips. Hips up, crisscross, put those back down again. If he's strong enough to grab me and throw me across the room, I'm going to scoop his head and post. Throw me that way. Scoop and post. Stay low. You start putting the hooks in just a minute. He's on the top. I'm pushing. He's trying to touch the floor. Don't try to push the guy's arms off your chest. You may not be strong enough. Touch the floor. They'll take care of themselves. I start pushing the legs, scoop. I start pushing the hips, sit up and crisscross. I grab the throat. Grab the back of the head. Yes. Yes. Maybe. I try to sit up. Cross face. Push it back down again. It'll start out slow. And it'll get faster and faster and harder and harder and harder. It'll last about 30 seconds to a minute. The guy's going to go insane because he cannot get out. He'll just lose. Keep your wits about you. And don't let him put that power in a position I'm not ready for. And then start calming him down, calming him down. And he'll start to go crazy. First thing he's going to do is, hey, get off me. Hey, get it. Hey. They start freaking out, like insane freaking out. Keep your cool, control them, and then calm them down. Let's play with that just a little bit, please.